What's going on, YouTube? It's Fist, and I'm doing my in-week review of the Lions beating the Chicago Bears 21-19 this last Sunday. I'm kind of late on it. Next week, I'm going to try to do it immediately, instant reaction video. Kind of late on it this week because I've been busy doing some other things and whatnot. So I'm going to get into the game balls and still what I think the problems are with the Detroit Lions, even though they are 6-3 and they are number one in the North Division, NFC North. I still think there's a lot of issues, and I'm going to cover those. First of all, let's talk about the Detroit Lions and the game balls. First off, I want to give a game ball to the defensive line for keeping the Lions in this game. They did a great job getting to Cutler and putting him out of the game. I'm not trying to say that they were out to hurt him. I mean, it makes me upset. There's been people like Joe Green and Harris and I don't know, some other people in the past that were nasty defensive lines. They were just great. That's all it was. So, it kind of gets on my nerves that, people are talking about keeping an eye on them. And that's just the NFL that we're in now. It's a quarterback-driven league. You can't touch nobody. You get fined every time you touch somebody. It's like turning into touch football. Nobody wants to get their head injured or whatever. So, the days of the gladiator are almost gone. It's kind of like turning into arena football. Sad to say. But let's go on further with the game balls. I don't want to give out a big game ball. I want to give out a game ball. I've been harping on Pettigrew, but he's been doing really good catching the balls in very tough situations on third down and when we need him. Because as it stands right now, Kelvin Johnson has missed a couple practices, and when he misses 2 practices, that means he's not really going to be in the game plan against Pittsburgh. There's a lot of people saying, "Oh, he's still going to be in the game," but the thing about it is, if he's not really in the game plan, he's crucial to our third down. So we have to look forward to Pettigrew in the Pittsburgh game. But I'm not really too worried about it with the offensive line of Pittsburgh. So going on, I think Pettigrew played a great game ball to him. Defensive line did a great game ball to them. I still think that Stafford is sailing the ball a little too much. I mean, he has receivers that are 6'8", 6'6", and he's throwing over them. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a mechanics thing or he's having a vision problem. I see a lack thereof. I really can't give him a game ball, even though I gave him a game ball. He came through last week in a big way. I have to give it to him there. And some of the other receivers, I think Durham gets a game ball. He's starting to really shine, understand the offense, and he's becoming that valuable 2A receiver if Burleson wasn't there, which should be coming back soon. And, I found it interesting in how Cutler was so into himself that he didn't want to give up the game by, not taking himself out and let McCown come in when he had momentum. I thought that McCown and with the team, they had momentum. They could have probably pulled that game out because Detroit was stuttering. Couldn't get their offense going. I thought the game plan by Jim Schwartz wasn't that good. And another thing, the special teams keep getting us in trouble every single week. And when we play against a really good team, we're going to pay for it. I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't know how many times they come out to the 40-yard line, terrible punts, missed field goals. The special teams is average. It's not a pro special teams team. And I don't know. I've said this like 6 weeks in a row on Twitter. Please fire that head coach of special teams. They could find somebody better. He's terrible. And another thing is, I think going forward into the playoffs, if the Detroit Lions are a playoff team, then we're really weak in the secondary and special teams. Those 2 spots are going to kill us. And the fact that not having Kelvin Johnson there takes away the confidence from Stafford, and we come kind of one-dimensional. Other than that, I think Reggie Bush did a great job of hitting some spots, and a game ball to the offensive line for not letting Chicago get to Matt Stafford and opening the O-line for Reggie Bush for some big runs. So I think for Pittsburgh, I don't know. NFL, any week you can win. I mean, you got Ben that's still back there, even though they don't have an offensive line and their defense isn't that good. You know, we don't have Calvin and we don't have a secondary. This might be a high scoring game. You know, I don't know what's going to happen because you know everybody's dealing with injuries this time of the year, and I don't see Jim Schwartz's. I don't think his NFL IQ is on a level where it should be. You know, I think it should be. You know, I don't think he's a mastermind, and he's just relying on talent. And if you're just going to do that, you might as well just throw to Johnson right from the beginning and just get it over with. So, although I see some growing in the receivers between the receivers and Stafford, I do see that maturing. But so in the Pittsburgh game this week, I think it's going to be a really close game. I think it's going to be like three to 7 points because of the fact of Pittsburgh have something to prove. They probably think they're a better team, and football's about emotions, and Pittsburgh probably thinks they're a better team, and then the Lions coming in 6-3, probably looking at Pittsburgh like, they're down. This might be a game where that catches them, and they might lose by 10 or 17 points. I don't know. So I'm kind of worried and nervous about this game. I hope they bring that professionalism, rather want to ride that wave in and kick a team when they're down. So until next week, it's your boy Fist. Peace. I'm out.